Welcome to MathSpeed Market. Today I'm gonna solve a nice limit, maybe integral or derivatives. So let's talk about this. If we have limit when x approach to 0, 1 divided by x cubed times integral from 0 to x t squared divided by 2 to the power of 4 plus 1 dt, we want to find the answer. So you know that for the first step we can put 0 in this equation, so in the denominator you can write 0, and on the top we have integral from 0 to 0 t squared divided by 2 to the power of 4 plus 1 dt, and that's equal 0 divided by 0. Why? Because if you have the integral from a to a ft dt, that's equal 0. So and here we have 0 divided by 0, and it means we can use a Hospital rule, and it means we have to take derivative of the integral. But in one of my videos, I put the link of that video in description, you want to check. I told you if y equals integral from u to v ft dt, then the y prime will be equal v prime times fv minus u prime times f u. I proved that formula in my previous video, so I put the link of that video in description. You can check it if you don't know this really nice point. So, and for Hospital rule, if for example you have limits when x approach to for example a, you have fx divided by gx, and you know fa and ga are equal 0, so it means it's equal 0 divided by 0, and it means you can use a Hospital rule, take derivative on the top f prime and put a here, and g prime put a here. So according to these really nice points, I want to take derivative of that nice integral. So let me write it again for you. The integral was from 0 to x t squared divided by t to the power of 4 plus 1 dt. So let me call it y. So y prime will be equal, take derivative of x, that's equal 1, times put x in these functions, put x in these functions, so we can write x squared divided by x to the power of 4 plus 1 minus 0. Why? Because to take derivative of 0, that's equal 0. 0 times anything, that's equal 0. So the final answer will be equal x squared divided by x to the power of 4 plus 1. So, and you know that the derivative of x cubed equals 3x squared. Why? Because imagine if you have y equals the x to the power of n, then the y prime will be equal n times x to the power of n minus 1. So I use this formula to solve, that's the derivative. Yes, the derivative, that's equal 3x squared. So now for final step, we have to put our answers in the top. We had limit when x approached to 0. On the top we had a nice integral, and that was equal x squared divided by x to the power of 4 plus 1. On the denominator we just write 3x squared. Okay, so it means the final answer will be equal x squared divided by 3x squared times x to the power of 4 plus 1, and I forgot limit x approach to 0. So we can delete both of x squared, and that's equal the limit when x approach to 0, 1 divided by 3 times x to the power of 4 plus 1, and it means if you put x equals 0 in this equation, the final answer, that's 0, so the final answer will be equal 1/3, and that's the final answer. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, don't forget to like the video. Thanks for watching.